What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the College Basketball Hangout for Thursday, January the 19th. Let's make some money. You know, I told you guys last week, I haven't really been seeing shit too clearly. Still feeling that way. Things things looked a little better last night when I was capping these games, but the main thing is our asterisk plays are banging. That's just where the money's at. Um, you know, that's the good thing about plays like that is that we can, um, as long as we hit those, we can still walk away with a positive day, and that's what my goal is. I need to hit. I need to hit 300 a day to reach my goal, and these have really helped me. I've been doing well, so I hope we can continue with that. There's a couple games that when I first put them up, I had a couple asterisks on, but I went back, I changed a couple, and we'll talk about that when we get to those games. But I want to tell everybody I appreciate you all being here. I'm a little on the sleepy side today. It's a little rainy here on the East Coast, a little chilly out. It's good sleeping weather. What's up, Meech? Big Meech, what's good? Um, Mike Benson, what's happening, brother? My guy Kendall in the house, what's good? We got 6 people here. Nobody must have made any money yesterday, so they didn't want to come check me out. But that's all right, man. That's all right. They the ones missing out because we gonna make some money. You just need to know where to pick the spots. That's all. I tried to cut some things down to just give some money spots, but you know, I play I play all the games that I post, and um, you know, like I said, it hasn't been as clear as this past week's been kind of rough for me, and I'm hoping that I can get my head clear, and start getting back to where we were a week ago. Making winning 6, 7 games, and or five, 6, 7 games. But like I said, as long as those asterisk plays hit, we're in good shape. So, um, but anyway, let's get moving here. We will. Let me pull everything up here for everybody, and we will get moving and get on with our first game. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'm trying to. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to be here. But maybe once the show gets on here, and I'll I'll perk up a little bit. Once the chat gets rolling a little bit. I feed off of that, man. I feed off of your energy. It's crazy, man. I could be feeling like shit, and then you guys are popping, man. It gives me hype. So I appreciate you all for that, man. I love having you guys here, and I just hope that I can do right by you and give out winners every day, or at least give out some winners where you guys are making money. So anyway, all right, let's get on to the first game we've got here. What's up, Josh? What's good? Good to see you, my brother. Charlie Richards, what you got going on here, bro? Got back for reserves just in time. Love Who-Bangin. Love it, man. Domi's fire. Yeah, Domi's been on point, man. I had a couple DMs and shit, man. Like people like dogging it, like saying that he fucked the vibe up and shit, man. But you know, he's giving out winners, man. We all have our different styles. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is that Who-Bangin, man, we do the work, and we try and put out the best plays we can where everybody can make some money. So, and we've got a closet full of cappers with Wham, myself, Dommy Gunn, Big Ragu, um, DJ Big Boss, Marlon. Need to get Marlon on camera more, man. He's been kind of hiding out, but he does some shorts here and there. And then now we have Jago, my boy Jimmy Gomez, and Jimmy Ixnickel from Cleveland. So it's all good, man. It's all good. Mama team total under my best bet. I like that, man. It's you know, I was kind of looking at that Charleston. I wish I could do team totals, man. I don't have access to them. FanDuel doesn't offer them for first halves. Caesars doesn't offer them at all. And it sucks because I would really like to jump on Charleston first half team total over. I don't know what it would be, but my guesstimate would be that it would probably be around 39 and a half or something for first half. I think they could put up 40 on Mom at first half. So I like that play, Josh. That's a good play, man. Y'all check that out, man. Josh is a good prop guy, man. He's fire, man. So definitely take a look when he drops a play. Take a look at it and really put some thought into tailing it because I'd say 9 times out of 10 you're gonna make some money with Josh. So DJ Big Boss was good. I see you, bro. I see you. Good luck to that. I hope you. I was on that game at first, but I didn't end up putting it in, and I still might. Um, Big Boss is saying he's on Northeastern first half. Um, I wanted Tease to know who I was. Yo, you know what? It's funny, Josh, that you say that because I was just texting Jimmy the Bag. We were texting because I was watching his breakdown with Andy on that Eagles game, and listen to what I wrote. I said, Jimmy, I was watching you and Andy on the Giants Eagles breakdown. Don't be afraid to take that under. Being a lifelong Eagle fan and third time these two teams are playing, the only way this goes over is if the Eagles just let it rip on O. But you can almost guarantee when the Eagles get the lead after the half, that O will slow down. I would say they score no more than 13 points in the second half. The Eagles are going to want to protect Jalen as much as they can for this week in hopes he'll be 100 for the conference championship games. So you'll see a good dose of Sanders, but probably more of Boston Scott. Maybe Gainwell, but he put the ball on the turf last game, so they might back off of him. But you can expect a strong dose of Boston Scott. Sanders got a little dinged up in the last game. He tweaked his ankle, so you were right on the same page, bro. Straight up on the same page there. Tommy Gunn, what's good, man? Guys are looking out, man. Put out some winners, made our guys some money, man. Appreciate you coming on yesterday. I was just letting everybody know, we all got our different styles, but the main thing is we put out winners here, man. We try to put money in people's pockets. So your door's always open for you, brother. Whenever you want to jump in, you just let me know, and I can give you a proper introduction, and we can get you throwing some plays out, man, and making us some money. Tori Coker, what's good, bro? Gotta make these Whoppers. Yo, man, speaking of Whoppers, I went and got one the other day and I ordered it with cheese, and the motherfuckers only put one slice of cheese on it, man. Bastards. Anybody knows a Burger King, man. A Whopper gets 2 slices of cheese. Best part of a burger is cheese. Tommy Gunn, we're a team, especially. Yeah, we are a team, man. We're more than a team, man. We're family, bro. We're family, straight up. Straight up. We got straight out of Compton, straight out of Long Island, straight out of Philly. We're all here, man, And now we got straight out of Cleveland. Motherfucking name Ick Snizzle. So anyway, all right, let's rock it. Let me find my banners here. All right, so let's go to let me pull my notes up here so we can get started off right here. I was looking at this Rutgers Michigan State game, and if you go to the Who-Bangin YouTube site here, you'll see that there's some plays out. I'm trying to think if Dami, I think you had a Rutgers play today, didn't you? not positive, but I thought I saw that. I think he took the under. Is that what it was? I try not to look at other people's plays before before I'm done making my bets, just because I don't want anything to fuck with my shit, because I'm very susceptible, man. And believe it or not, I doubt myself a lot, and that's one of my biggest things, man. And I'm trying to overcome it, but it's something that I don't know. I've always done. I'm getting better at it, but I still doubt myself a lot. So, G Martinez, what's good, bro? Okay, Rutgers +3. I see it, and Tommy's on the under and Rutgers. I like the plays. I like the plays. I would take Rutgers first half in that game if I was going to play that game. But there's too many CAA games, man. That's my bread and butter. The CAA today. Tomorrow we got the Metro. I'm like fucking loving life. So that's what it is. What's up, Brian Stevens? What's good, bro? All right, so let's get to business. We have first game up on our board on my board, I should say, is William and Mary in Delaware. Delaware tends to play towards the under, but I think we see a different game today. William and Mary, I explained it last week, is that type of team that play to the pace of the team they play. So I'm thinking, you know, I think Delaware's been playing fast lately. They've been putting up points, and they played a couple good games. I really wanted to take them first half here, but like I said, there's these teams in the CAA that are just their records might not show it, but they're tough as hell. Stony Brook, um, Elon, William and Mary. I class those three teams together because whenever you play them, you're in for a fucking battle. So, and William and Mary and Delaware have a long history dating back, going back to like the 70s and 60s, back when they were in the America East together, and when they were in the, I think, gosh, man, I'm trying to think back to the conferences. They've pretty much always been in the same conference together. So these two teams are sort of like the, I guess, for lack of a better analogy, they're sort of like an Eagles Cowboys. They know each other, or an Eagles Giants. They know each other. Eagles Redskins. They know each other. So these two teams know each other. So I think you're in for a tough game here, a tight game. I think that first half can get over that 63.5. I think we're getting a good number there. I think, I really do. And this was teetering on a 2 asterisk play, but I had a couple. Actually, there's like three or four games that I wanted to put a couple asterisks on, but my wallet wasn't allowing it, man, because 2 asterisks, that's $5.50 that I got to put out for each game. So kind of had to tail back a little bit and kind of pick my spots here. But let's take a look and see what Delaware and William and Mary have done recently, because it's a what have you done for us lately type of shit here. And William and Mary coming off of just a straight drudging of Charleston, just manhandled them. But that's Charleston; they just manhandled everybody. They were up by Charleston. William and Mary was down by 18 in the first half, and then lost the second half by 10. They scored 24 in the first half, 30 in the second. They're going to score more points in this game against Delaware. I'm thinking both teams are going to be in the 30s. It's going to be a tight one in the first half. Uh, Before that, last Saturday, they played UNCW. They put up 36 against UNCW in the first half. Another slow-paced team, but they got over 70 in that game, close to damn near 80. So, William and Mary ended up losing that. Well, actually, they won that first half. I think actually I bet on that game. I had them plus. I'm trying to think. I think I had them plus 6.5, plus 6.5 around there, and they covered that. They lost the first half by 3 to UNCW. So, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to take a side in this. Delaware has been really inconsistent. If they play like they played the last couple games against Northeastern. Even that one was a tight game, but they had a really good first half. They were up by 12. That was what, Monday, and we had Delaware first half in that game, and that first half against Northeastern, they were up 34-22, so they were in the 30s. And I think the game before that, they played Hofstra, and Hofstra just rolled them up a little bit, and Delaware only got 25 in that game there in the first half, where Hofstra put up 37. But before that, against Townsend, Delaware put up 39, and Townsend put up 26. So, yeah, that's I think both teams get into the 30s here, and I think we can get over that number there. So that's a play. That's my play there. And like I said, I was teetering on 2 asterisks there, but I just ended up putting 330 on that. What's up, Wham, my man? Yeah, everybody, please hit the like button. And definitely comment, man. I want some good comments, man. Like, give us some good shit, man. I want want everybody to support everybody we've got in this family here. Tommy Gunn says, "Hey Charlie, drop me a DM. Glad you're home." All right. All right. So next game we are on here is Townsend. I put 550 on this, but I got it at 2. And the more I look at this game, the more, and this is one of those things where I might be talking myself off it, but they're playing a North Carolina A&T team where I've been pretty successful, knock on wood, betting against this NC A&T team first half. Even when they played Stony Brook beat them in the first half. They did end up getting a first half win on Monday against Hampton, 42-30. And this is a kind of a contrast in styles here. Townsend's a slower paced team, but I could see this game being in the 50s, and I think that's where the bookmakers are seeing it. Even though they have let me take a look at the first half total on this. I believe it's in the 60s, but I could see this game being high 50s, low 60s, with Townsend squeaking out the first half on this one. But I actually was thinking about that through, being at 3.5. I don't like 3.5 as a number for the first half. I just don't like that number. I'm glad I got it early. I'm glad I got it at 2. At 3.5, I might not have put as much money on it, and I most likely, depending on I'm trying to find the game now. Oh, there it is. I most likely would have looked at it first towards the money line, which is wow. You know what? This is definitely telling you to take Townsend. They're giving 3.5, and the money line's minus 205. So I think that speaks volumes right there. Minus 2.5. I mean 3.5. That's crazy. Minus 205. Wow. And the total points for this first half are 61.5. So right around where I think it's going to be. And I swear I didn't look at that. I didn't look at that total first half until just now. So don't think that I cheated, because I didn't. So yeah. Tommy Gunn says Townsend good, but 6 sounded about right. Yeah, you're right. But not really though, man. I think they can run away with this game. North Carolina A&T hasn't, knock on wood here, they haven't stepped up and met the challenge of the CAA yet against any of the charter members here. So we'll see. We'll see tonight if they can take a step to the next level. But I don't think they're going to do it against Townsend. But you never know. Townsend might have a little flat spot. Let's see who they've got coming up next. Townsend has next on their schedule is Elon. So they've got a tough one, man. They're playing two teams that record-wise aren't that good. But Elon's that's that team, man. They're that team. And to be honest with you, I'd I'd really be looking towards Elon come Saturday, first half. They've been good to me first half, and I'm curious to see what that number is going to be. I think it all depends on how this game ends tonight. If Townsend could win this game by double digits, I think you're going to see a double digit spread against Elon. And if you can get 6-7 in the first half against Elon, I would take Elon first half on on Saturday. And in all honesty, I think that's excuse me, I think that's where that number is going to be come Saturday for the first half. So let's take a look at what Townsend's done lately. Um, they played Hofstra the other day and smoked them up, beat them by 10 first half. And Monmouth the game before, and they beat Monmouth by 13. And I mean, I don't think North Carolina A&T's is, but I think they're better than Monmouth, but I wouldn't I wouldn't say by too much. So Monday they had a first half win against Hofstra. Saturday they had a first half win against Monmouth. Last Wednesday, Delaware spanked them up. The game before that, um, that's when they beat Stony Brook by 8. So that's an accomplishment. When you can win by a margin of 8 against a team like Stony Brook in the first half, I think that's an accomplishment. But yeah, I do remember I was on that game. I was on Townsend last Wednesday. Now that I looked at that, so that's where I'm at, man. I got the 5.5 on 550 on Townsend on the double asterisk. I think you're still in a good spot. I hate that number 3.5, but the numbers are the money line compared with the spread. I think that's speaking volumes right there. Let's see what else is going on here. What you got going on, Mitch? UTs, how can we tip, bro? You can go to my Twitter page, man, up top, or I'll shoot you my Venmo. Whatever you want, Mitch. You let me know, man. DM me after the show or whatever. What else we got going on here? I appreciate that though, man. That's fucking awesome, man. It makes me feel really good, Mitch. I appreciate that. I appreciate the thought. Hopefully we need to get some viewing hours, and then we can get we can get a dono button to get donations page up. But nothing's ever required here, man. We're all about helping young gamblers get their legs underneath them and establish and get their bankroll established so that people can learn and start doing this themselves. So all right, next game we're on is Charleston. Like I said, when I first put this up, I had a double asterisk on it. I was going to throw the 550 on it, but the more I thought about it, that's a big number. I didn't want to put that much. Not that I don't think Charleston can put that on Monmouth, but Charleston's been playing out of their minds, man, and something's telling me they're going to have a letdown. I don't think it's tonight, but it's gonna come, and I need to make sure that I have my finger on the pulse of this team so I know when it's coming, and I'm not going to get spanked on it because it will come, and it will come within the next week or two. I haven't looked at their schedule to see what's going on with that. I haven't looked that far ahead with them, but I'm just letting you know that um, they're not gonna cover every night. They have been, but and they should tonight. I mean, in all honesty, this is a team where um, Max and I were talking last night, where um, we were talking about that team total, and I was thinking it was going to be around 39. He told me what the number was because I think he had access to the team total, but I can't remember what it was. But I like where your head's at, Josh, with the team total under on Monmouth. But the only problem with that is you don't have this Charleston team doesn't really play defense. I mean, Their I mean, their defense is better than Monmouth and twice as good as more than twice as good as Monmouth's offense. So yeah, I mean, I think that you can get there. I mean, Monmouth's averaging 57 points per game compared to the 80 points that Charleston's averaging per game. Let's take a look at what Monmouth's been doing first half lately against House or against Towson the other night. They put up 24. And hey, Josh, did you say what that number was, man? I missed that, man. Because I'm curious. I am curious on that. You see my Eagles play up right? Yeah, I did. 61 minus 110. Okay. Um, I got under 61 first 10. I don't know what I didn't keep up with the tat, man. I mean, the chat, man. Sorry. I didn't see what that question was there for the 61, Josh. But I'm trying to find if you saw what um I know who you are, bro. Um if you had put a number up on that Monmouth team total. No, you didn't. If you have that number, if anybody has that number, I'd be curious to know what it is because I do like it. So I mean I would be interested in that. I just don't have access to it. I wish I did. Um Tomorrow night, got Tommy Gunn, 8 p.m. Who-Bangin, DJ Ragu, Tommy Gunn, myself. We're going to talk about the playoff games this weekend. I'll talk about my birds and let you know a little bit of inside shit that I can find out. Being right here in Philadelphia, 25 minutes south of actually 20 minutes south of the link. I can hear when somebody breaks their bone in practice. I hear it in my living room. So let me see here. What do you got there, Tommy Gunn? Banged it first thing. Monmouth under 62. Um, okay, so that's full game under 62. Yeah, I mean I can see that. They don't even average 60 points, but the pace of Charleston might allow them to get it there, but I can I it's going to be a tough call. I mean, they haven't put up 60. They've only put up 60 points. Let's see. I just had that up. I don't know what I did with it. Yeah, they've only put up 60 points I think one time and that was against Syracuse, believe it or not. I'm sorry, they put up 69 against Manhattan. And earlier in the season, they were putting up 60s. Colgate, Cornell, Lehigh, Rider, Illinois. They put up 60s against them, but that was back in November, and since December, they've only scored over 60. They've only gotten to that 60 mark once. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely be interested in that if I could get it. And in all honesty, I think Charleston scores 80 tonight. To be honest with you, if they're clicking on all cylinders and they're not having any kind of a down night, they should really handle these guys. And that's more the reason why I wanted to put up the 550 for the first half, but kind of had to pick my spot on that one. Just the money wasn't allowing it, and their next game's against Northeastern, so it's not like they've got something to look forward to or whatever. So anyway, Brian Stevens was good. It's dropping down 61 and a half now. Wow. All right, so next game up, we already talked about that one. We talked about that one. Talked about that one. Um, this is a play that I'm on. Actually, Max and I talked about this play last night. Uh, Under 66 and a half, Tarleton State at Seattle. We've made some money with Seattle's unders this year. The last game that I was on it, they went way over. But I think this is a spot where it stays under the number 66.5. I would put this around 62. It could be an ass clincher, could be one of those games, could be an ass clincher, and I'm ready for it, but I still think it stays under, especially if we get the way that they shot the last time we had double asterisks on it, man. That game was just like, oh, it was like worse than watching paint dry the way these guys were missing shit. But then they end up scoring 80 in the second half. I think you get that same type of situation here. Not that they're going to score 80 second half, but I think you get a slow paced game in the first half and it steps up in the second half. But full game, full game total on this. Let's take a look at that because this is going to be one of those spots where you're going to do. It'd be a good spot for a first half under, second half over, in my opinion. And that's exactly what I said the last time when they were a double asterisk play for me last week. And that played out exactly how I thought it would. So hopefully we can strike lightning twice with this and make some money on this team. So let me see what the full game total is on this game. And it's at it is at somewhere in here 140 and a half, and I could see that hitting. I don't know. It's something that it's a late game, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's something that I'll be up and I can evaluate and bang out come halftime. What's up, JPZ? What's good, guy? All right, so yeah, that's if y'all got any other games you want to talk about. I know we're thin in the viewers here today, but I'm open to any games you want to talk about. We can talk about the other games I had posted on Twitter, and I'll explain to you why I didn't. I'm not talking about them right here on the show right now. Let me pull those up. Let me see here. So games that I haven't put on, that I haven't talked about, the UNCW, the UNC Wilmington. I could have swore I put that on here, but I guess I didn't. I took the total. I took the total under 67.5. And let me see where that number's at right now. Under 67.5 first half, by the way, just in case y'all didn't know, which I know you knew. And if you didn't, now you know. UNCW. And there's another game I want to talk about too. The Vermont game. All right, so the first half UNC total is at 65.5 now. So it went down a point. And I still like it at 65.5. I think, Hofstra's a faster paced team, but I think UNC Wilmington comes into this game going into Hofstra, and the way that UNC Wilmington's last couple games have gone, they really have to establish their game. They can't let the other team be the one that establishes the pace and dictates how the game's going to go. They played that game against Charleston, and it was a good game. But when they take on Elon, and Elon barely beat Elon in the first half, 28-25. Even though Elon's that team, man, like I always say, it's still a team that when you're of UNC Wilmington's caliber, you need to beat them by more than 3 points in the first half. And then with William and Mary, they beat William and Mary by 3 points. That game was a little bit on the higher side at 39-36. But I don't think and in all honesty, this game could go that same way. It could go that same way. If UNC Wilmington lets Hofstra dictate the pace, that's the score you're going to see. But I really think that UNC Wilmington's going to come out and try to try to make sure that the pace is played at their speed. They played the faster pace first half with Charleston and ended up losing by 11, 42-31. Um, Against North Carolina A&T, they played their pace and they won the first half. And that scored 57. And then the first game against Elon was another situation where they hold on. Does that score the exact same score? Oh no. Elon, they played a faster pace that first game, and then UNC Wilmington, you know, put their foot down the second time around with Elon and controlled the pace of that game, and it was a lower scoring game. So I think that's what we're going to see tonight against Hofstra. Now I'm not if I don't have a fucking crystal ball or anything, I can just tell you what my thoughts are and how I see the game going. So that's what I like. And I also like Wilmington first half. It was at 2 last night. It is at 1.5 now. They're getting 1.5. They were getting 2 last night. I put 110 on that on the +2. I think they can. I think they need to. They have to come out and be leading at the half, and I think they will. And I might drop a 50 piece on the money line at 120. So we'll see what happens with that. But and then another game that I wanted to talk about, if you guys aren't talking about anything here, um, let me see here, is McNeese State and Nicholls State. I like the over. Actually, let me get back to that one. I want to take St. Mary's tonight. St. Mary's, it was at -6 last night when I put it in, and that line is at, I think you're getting St. Mary's at a cheap number, at least at the 6 last night. Um, Let me see where that game is at right now. Um, these West Coast games, man, I have such a hard time finding them. There it is. Last game on the board against Pepperdine. First half, the spread is 7.5 now. So the spread's moved up a point and a half from where I got it last night. And this was another game where I was close to I wanted to put double asterisks on it, but my wallet just didn't allow me, so um, I don't have $4,000 to put out in the night, so I had to scale it back and I put 330 on this game at the 6 with St. Mary's, and I think St. Mary's goes into the half up by double digits in this game. So I still think the 7.5 is a good play for everybody. Now I don't know if I would put the 330 on it at 7.5, but it's hard for me to change pace after I put it in at one number and then it changes and tell you guys to put it in the same price. It's hard. That's a hard thing to do, man, because I don't want to lose you guys money. You're talking full game. They got 12.5 at 12.5 at FanDuel, JPZ. What do you think, JPZ? What do you think Middle Tennessee? You know what? I actually had this on my card last night and I took it off. I like Charlotte first half. I think it's a good spot for Charlotte first half. Middle Tennessee's been really not consistent. That was a team that tried to put money on the beginning of the season and kept getting my ass bit. So I kind of backed off them. And when I looked at the schedule last night, this was one of the first games that popped out at me. And my first thought was Charlotte. Then I started looking at it a little more, and I saw other spots that I liked. As like I said, I didn't have all the money in the world to be betting on every game last night, but 1.5. I think it was at 2 last night when I went to put games in and I didn't take it. But it's sitting at 1.5 now, and I actually like the money line at +112 in this one for Charlotte first half. This if we take a look at the numbers with these teams, I can give you a little idea of why I'm feeling that way. Let me pull up my notes on what I had on this game last night. Whew, man, I got a little mild headache here. I don't like it. All right, so you got Charleston rolling into Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is just outside of Nashville. Um, both teams, you got a 12-6 team in Charlotte. And this is the funny thing: they're 12-6, and they're sixth in Conference USA, where Middle Tennessee's 11-7, and they're fourth in Conference USA. It's kind of funny, but yeah, both these teams are scoring around 70 points per game. Charlotte's scoring 68. You get a faster paced team with Middle Tennessee, better field goal percentage shooting team with Charlotte. But the big difference in these two teams is 3 pointers, and that's where you have the edge with Charlotte. They have a better 3 point percentage. They're averaging more 3 pointers per game by well, excuse me, 1.6 more 3 pointers per game for Charlotte. Sorry, I need to take a drink. Um, offensive rebounds. Middle Tennessee owns the edge on that, but it's a slight edge. Less than two more rebounds per game, but offensively is where Middle Tennessee kind of pulls away. They're averaging close to 10 offensive rebounds per game compared to a little over 6 for Charlotte. So I think you're going to need Charlotte to crash the boards, and this is why I like them first half. Even though I am a first half better, if I was a full game better, I don't think I'd take Charlotte full game in this spot. Not saying that they can't win the game. They could definitely win the game. I mean, their true shooting percentage is like 5 points higher than 5% higher than Middle Tennessee, and offensively, their team is just a better offensive team than Middle Tennessee. Their offensive rating they're ranked 64th in the country compared to um, Middle Tennessee's defensive rated. They're 192 in the country, where their offense is uh, ranked 192nd compared to the defensive rating of Charlotte, which is 124. So you have the edge there offensively and defensively with Charlotte. And I just like them in this spot, and I like them on the money line as well. So, but if I take them, watch, I'm going to. I will take them, but I'm going to put them probably in a parlay. I'll probably put them as a piece in a parlay. So that's what I got on that one, JPZ. I don't like Charlotte, but maybe you talk me off of mid Tennessee. Yeah, well, like I said, man, it's kind of a coin flip, and you gotta kind of give the edge to the home team here. But I think Charlotte's the better team, and Charlotte has definitely been. If you look at the past games here, you had a Middle Tennessee team, and this is the best thing about this, man, because I really love betting on UTSA first halves. I picked my spots with them last year and this year, and when Middle Tennessee played UTSA, I took UTSA first half and won that game. Um, and then they ended up losing 2 days later to North Texas. They did end up getting they did end up getting a win against Rice, but this isn't really that good of a Rice team. I mean, they're 13-5, but they're I don't know, something with that Rice team. I take every opportunity I can to bet against them. And then they did end up squeaking out a win against UAB, but UAB is just I don't something's going on with them, man. They're not playing as well as they were playing. But this isn't my conference, so I don't really know what's going on, and I haven't really dug into it. But I just think Charlotte's the play in the first half here, and like I said, I'm going to put that in a parlay piece. Um, Well, you can say that, but you can also say that about Middle Tennessee when they got beat by fucking UTSA. I mean, come on. What's worse, getting beat by UTSA or UTEP? That's the question. Tommy Gunn, what you got going on here? St. Mary's will slow this team down. They're good at doing that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. Under 143, I can see that. The reason that I wouldn't like want to mess with the totals because I think that St. Mary's could put the points up on them, you know, and if they do, there's a good chance that Pepperdine can get the points to the points that's needed to get that over. But I can see it being an under game, just not something that I'm on. Um, T's mixing up the lean. What do you mean mixing up the lean, man? Big meat. Got me dying over here. Brian Stevens, Purdue. Um, First half +2. Let's take a look at that. Purdue. What do we got here? Purdue. I didn't even look at any of these Big Ten games to be honest with you. Oh, Purdue Fort Wayne. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, I like betting Wright State, but I kind of like betting Wright State on the road. I'm not big on betting them at home. Um, they can. I mean, they could definitely win. But I don't like them in this situation. The numbers short at 3.5, and it's a good matchup, man. It really is. You got two teams with around the same record. The pace they both have around the same pace. Wright State averages what uh 3-4 points more a game. Um, it's a close matchup. It's not a game that I want to get. There's much better spots on the board to attack than this game right here, just because I think this game could go either way, and I don't want to be involved in a game that can go either way when you've got a bunch of other games that you can pick spots on. Um, Tease, don't ever tease basketball. I don't ever tease basketball. Who the fuck said that? Never in my life have I teased a basketball game. Why would you do that? That's fucking retarded. That's retarded. That's stupid, man. That's stupid. So anyway, let's see any other games I've got going on here tonight that were on my card. Let's see here. The McNeese State Nichols game. I like the first half over 67.5. And it's really funny because I haven't looked at these two teams at all year until Ronald brought them to my attention last week when McNeese State played Northwestern State, and then the next game when Northwestern State played Nichols. It sort of got me looking at these totals, for these two teams for these particular teams, and let me pull up my notes that I took on this last night. McNeese State, Nichols. All right, so you have a total for the game 145.5. I don't really care about that. I just care about the first half. And if we look at the first half for McNeese State, their last game against Houston Christian, they had a total of 79 points scored. Time before that against Northwestern, they had a total of 69, which um, that went over because that was the game where they had played the week before. Or no, that went under because they had played the week before and the numbers stayed the same. And yeah. So anyway, I don't know, man. Now I'm confusing myself. But the game before that against Texas A&M Commerce, um, there was a total of 71 points, and then versus Northwestern State the time before that. That McNeese State, Northwestern State, that went over last game, and it went over the game before that. So they've been trending over first half, and I like the play. It kind of jumped out at me, We did take Nichols first half against Northwestern State on Saturday and covered under. But if you look here, and I think that it can, they are an under type team first half, but I think McNeese State, pushes the pace. I mean, if you look at the last few games that Nichols has played, obviously it went under against Northwestern State on Saturday, but the game before that against Lamar, they scored over 70 points. Actually, I think, let me see, let me take a look. They scored 70 on the number. And then against Texas A&M Commerce, the common opponent here, they scored 71 against in the first. I mean, they combined for 71 in the first half. So I think this game looks like it's going to be in the 70s. It's not going to be much over 67 and a half, but I can see 69 to 72 points scored in this first half. And this is a piece that I put 110 on, and I'll probably throw it in the parlay as well. So he's one of a kind. I think. Um, Am I missing something? Did I miss something here? Queens. That's another game that I looked at. Kendall. I liked betting Queens earlier in the season. I kind of backed off them. Let me pull my notes up on here because that was a game that I was looking at. But like I said, there was just other spots on the board that I didn't. I just decided not to go with it. Um, but we can pull that up and take a quick look at it. UTSA tonight, man. I really do want to take them first half against Florida Atlantic, getting 8 points, man. They probably get their doors blown off them, but they're just a team that I like to bet, man. I like to bet that underdog, and they're at home, but I don't know if I'll get there or not. So just I don't know. Just I can't find that Queens game. Let me Maybe I'm missing it here. I can't see real well. Um Yeah, I don't know where there it is. Queens University, North Florida. Yeah, I mean they should rock the doors off of the fucking this team, man, to be honest with you. But the spread's scaring me here. And you know, the only way that I would bet this game is Queens full game, just because they haven't really been too kind to me first halves, this past month. Although they did rock the shit out of North Alabama, but um, that was at home, and I'm looking at them on the road. Well, against Central Arkansas, you know, they lost the first half to Central Arkansas, which they're a better team than Central Arkansas, and they didn't win that first half. They're just too inconsistent for me. They become too inconsistent. They got beat up pretty good by Kennesaw State the game before that, and then to start the month off, that they had a nice first half cover on the road against Bellarmine, but after that they just kind of nothing impressive. I mean, that's pretty much. And then the game before that they lost the first half to Eastern Kentucky, and it's a team that I'd like to get behind, but not tonight. So, yeah, so that's where I'm at. Fernie, me. Fernie's a UTSA alumni. And all right, so one other game that I was looking at, and you know, last year and this year, or last year especially, Vermont at home was an auto bet for me. Not so much this year, and the couple times that I've bet against them, I lost. So I think this is a very interesting matchup tonight against Maine. Um, they're in Vermont, but Maine's been playing like on another level lately, and um, I mean the first halves anyway. I mean they rocked the shit out of fucking UMBC on Saturday, 45-34, but ended up losing the game 77-85. New Hampshire, the game before that, they they lost. I took Maine first half and they lost. This just might be that team where if I bet on them, they lose. I bet against them, I lose. It's like there's teams like that, and this might be that team. So I decided to stay off. But if I was to bet this game, I would most definitely bet Vermont. And FanDuel's wheeling on me now here, so I gotta friggin' wait to pull that shit back up to see what the line is, because it is a game that I want to get on, man. So maybe that's another thing that I pull a couple dollars out of my pocket and throw a little pocket change parlay in, and but the number's pretty high, and that number, there are two New England schools. The number's 6.5. Yeah, I mean, I could look no other way but Maine. But Vermont in this spot. If anybody wants to take Vermont first half, one other game that I'm on is Youngstown State for first half -8.5. Let me see if that line has moved at all. Youngstown State. Let's see if we find them somewhere. Another game that I really want to jump on is Binghamton versus Albany, but too many other spots on the board. There's a lot of games that I like that if I had a bottomless pocket that I would like to bet on. um, Youngstown State -8.5 against University of Wisconsin Green Bay. Youngstown State should just fucking mop the floor with these guys. Knock on wood. But Green Bay sometimes does step up. I just think that I don't think tonight's the night for that. This Youngstown State team, they're impressive at times. So I'm hoping that we get an impressive showing out of them tonight. I'm just trying to find that game on here. Let me see if I can find that. Sorry, my phone's dinging and shit. I don't know where my notes are at on this game. Anyway, it's not that important, but I do want to explain my play behind this. You have a team that's averaging over 30 points more per game in Youngstown State. I mean, the numbers are just astronomically favoring Youngstown State. I mean, Green Bay's 2-4 at home compared to 6-3 on the road for Youngstown State. Um, Youngstown State has a offensive rating number 1 in the country, and they're going against a defensive rated team that's 363. How many teams are in the NCAA? 363, maybe. So I mean, how can you not take them at 8.5? They should be winning by 20 at the half. So, and this was a game that I originally had threw an asterisk on, but like I said, my money wasn't there to be able to play it that way, and I'm not going to put an asterisk down that I'm not going to actually put the money down. If I'm putting an asterisk behind it, I'm playing it for $330. So I didn't have the money to play it, so I can't put it down there. So I'm not going to tell you guys to bet it, but if I had the money in my pocket, I would. Enough less. What's good, bro? I like that, man. I like that. So anyway, one more thing there, JPZ. What you got? Oh shit! Here's the bet. CES at UF, Long Beach State under 60. I was looking at that game, man. I really was, and I had taken the yeah, yeah, yep. That was the game that I tailed you on full game, and I took the first half over and got my ass handed to me. So, um, it could be the same situation. We'll see where my money's at later on. If you're gonna take it, JPZ, um, you know, if I'm up, I'll jump on with you. So. I don't really have any other games to talk about. If you guys don't have anything else to talk about, we'll keep it moving and get on out of here. It's 10:05. Don't forget to on Friday. Don't forget to check out um, Tommy Gun. Big Ragu, DJ Big Boss, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'll jump on there and talk about the birds. I appreciate everybody coming in. I love having you guys here, man. I love chopping up the games with you. I love how you just listen to me ramble and talk some bullshit and don't give me any shit about it. But do me a favor, please hit the like button, show the love, and Meets, I'll DM you that Venmo info, and let's make some money tonight, man. I think we can make a lot of money tonight. We got some good shit going on, and I have a good feeling about tonight. And then tomorrow we have the Metro. So do me a favor, everybody. Please bet responsibly. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel here on Who-Bangin Sports Talk, YouTube at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is